Welcome to For Mannerless Women. I'm your host Adela Nyango, and this is a space committed to nurturing a new generation of shame-free women who are ready to meet their best selves. And in this episode, we're hanging out with Zia Nyamari. She is the founder and creative director of Zia Africa. And this episode is a must-watch for you who's in business or who is thinking of starting one. So thank you so much, Zia, for making it to the show. And I'm so excited because I've seen all your work, your shop. I've been to your shop at Village Market. So it's quite interesting to finally meet you. How are you doing, first and foremost? You good?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here. I used to listen to you on the radio when I was young, so wow.
I'm not saying things that matter. When people say that, I'm just like, Jesus, what was I saying? I hope it mattered. Yeah. So let's jump into business and right now you're thriving. We're seeing you moving from only making clothes for adults and women, and now there's a kids line as well, and you're expanding. But let's go to the beginning. When did your interest in business get sparked?
Well, I'll go back to when I was 10.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the first time I think I thought of starting a business. And the idea was to make popcorn at home.
I love it.
I know, and sell on the street.
Yeah.
Nobody bought.
No!
Imagine. Yeah.
Who would walk away from a kid? You had to buy
We
everything
sat
a kid is selling.
We sat the whole day with my cousin. Nobody bought. We just came back with a burnt popcorn. Granted, it was burnt, but anyway, we tried. That's my first recollection of business interest. And then later, when I was in uni, I realized that there was not much variety in the market. So everyone used to shop in Moy Avenue, on Moy Avenue. Everyone had the same clothes. This is back in 2013. So I was like, why don't I go to Gikomba and get clothes that are unique and I can sell to my friends?
Yeah.
So that was my second business, which is I guess now it's Zia. Because later now when I saw that there's a market and there's an opportunity, I sat on my desktop computer, started a Facebook page with my sister.
Yeah.
And we began Zia Collection. We called it that at that time. And we began importing clothes from Australia to Kenya, just very few limited pieces.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time we brought in a suitcase. It was sold out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was just like maybe 20, 30 pieces. But it was so affirming, like, okay, you're doing something right. Yeah.
And you probably, when you were shipping that amount in, you're like, this is so much, this is such a risk.
Yeah, it was so much to us at that time. And then I remember, it was so crazy. We left the tags on. They were on sale. But we left the original tags on because we were like, guys will think, you know, they are like valuable items.
Yeah.
Hey, Kere. Who is Kere?
They're like,
exactly. So you bought this for $40 and we had bought them for like maybe $5, $6.
So you're trying to say no, it was the same.
Yeah, I was like, I promise. They were literally not having it.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Yeah.
We learned a lot.
So how do you go from this one suitcase, right? And everything gets sold out to how many stores do you have? Because I know the Village Market one. Is there another one?
No. So we only have one physical store, our flagship store. And then we do a couple of pop-ups here and there. Yeah.
So how do we go from the suitcase to that? Because this is a big, beautiful store that you have now.
Yeah.
What's the next step? You get affirmed, everything sells out, you square it out with Carrie, then what?
And then I got scared. So I kept bringing suitcases for another 10 years. So I would never, you know, when like something sells out, then you bring in more. I would never bring in more. So I'd always bring the same amount of clothes every time because I was scared. I was scared that if I bring more, they wouldn't sell.
Yeah.
So that happened for maybe 7 years, let's say, between 2013 and 2020. So in 2020, I was like, okay, I'm going to take this bold step and open a store. Yeah. So,
what are the fears there? Let's pause at the fear because I know we're going to come back to it a little later. But like when you say you were scared, what if we name the fear? What were you scared would happen?
I was scared of having dead stock. I was scared that I would not be able to sell the clothes. I was scared that people wouldn't buy. Yeah, that's what I was scared of.
Isn't it interesting? Like the fears are in our heads because people the suitcases are selling out.
But I'm like, no, that's where we're staying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do to push yourself to say we're moving from suitcase to store?
I quit my job. Yeah.
Oh my
so there's
God.
a job in between there.
Okay. Because we're Kenyans and we do that thing, right? Okay.
So I think I'd always thought of it as a side hustle. I just thought I have this fashion business that I do, but I'm gonna be employed. But every time I'd be employed, I used to dread going to work. I would spend all my time, looking for more clothes to bring and chatting to customers on Instagram. Now I moved from Facebook to Instagram.
Yeah.
And then I realized I'm really good at marketing. So I was like, what if I use all this energy that I'm exerting in my job and put it towards Zia and see what happens? Yeah.
What's the feeling when you are handing in your resignation? What is... Because if you were scared with the suitcase, like how was that moment for you emotionally?
And I was very anxious. The feeling was a mix of anxiety, excitement, and also fear. Yeah.
So you jump, you hand in your resignation. What do you do to start getting your store? Because maybe there's someone listening or watching who's at that point of like, I know my business needs to expand. I can feel the growth.
You actually feel it.
Oh my God, committing to rent.
It was so scary because I had saved, but I was still living with my parents. And my siblings are all employed, doing well. I'm the last one.
Yeah.
And we had this convo where I said, I'm the first one to venture into business. So I didn't tell my dad for 1 month. So I've sent in my resignation. I know November 30th, I'm not going back to work.
Yeah.
But how am I going to tell him that I'm quitting my good job to now start focusing on my business seriously?
Yeah.
And I remember it was so scary. But eventually, one morning, I just told him, I have something to tell you. And I've made a decision. I'm quitting my job and I'm going to open a shop. And he was like, why don't you do that as you continue with your career? Yeah.
How do you block out that noise? Because I think sometimes we get, when we're trying to start something new, start something that maybe in our families, we're the first to do it.
Yeah.
It comes from love. Even your dad's advice is coming from love, but it's coming from a generation where there weren't too many people going into business, let alone women going into business. How do you block out and like hear your own voice?
I think it was at that point where I really started trusting my instincts. Because that was not the first time I quit, by the way. I went back to employment 2 other times.
Yeah.
But every single time I'd always feel this urge to just, why don't you just do it? Just do it. And I'd go back out of fear and I wanted that security of knowing, okay, so I have this suitcase. I'm still working in a suitcase. But I need an income that's very steady and at least, there's hope for a brighter future. Yeah.
Now, you opened the store and what we're seeing today is incredible success. But another thing that we're seeing in this generation, and I don't mean in terms of age, I just mean in this times that we're living in, is that growth seems to come overnight. I think a friend of mine said, like, you open Instagram and people are launching things every day. So if you're in business, you keep looking at your own business and you're just like, so is it me who's thinking about? So could you speak to the growth? Because you say it's a culmination of how many years now?
No, it's like 12 years. Yeah.
And so what's the reality of growth? If I'm watching this and I want to get into the business, what's the reality check you can give me around growth?
Yeah. I think the reality check is consistency pays. The more consistent you are, eventually your hard work will pay. And then you just have to keep trying. Small building blocks are better than none. So I have friends who have even started an Instagram page. Then they open it, they get 10 followers. After a month, they're just like, okay, that was fun. But before I started growing, it took me a while even before many people knew about me or even Zia Africa. And I think the most important thing I'd say is you have to believe in yourself, because even through all those things that were happening, when I'm trying to quit my job a couple of times and trying to move from a suitcase to made in Kenya, which I guess we'll get into, it took me believing in myself, me believing in my capabilities and what I offer, and also having a solution. I know that's very cliche, but just believing that whatever you're offering is unique and is needed. So I used to feel like there's clothes, yes, but there's no clothes like Zia. And I just believed it. Yeah.
That's really important. There's another Kenya, I think she's called No Ordinary. She says you walk into a supermarket, the aisle that sells water. There's so many different brands. So why are you saying, oh, I'm not going to do it? Someone else is doing clothes, or somebody else is. Nobody's doing it the way you're doing it, the way Zia is doing it. So we quit, we get the store, and we're still bringing in suitcases. Okay. So when do you then say, I'm really good at this thing, I can make
clothes
locally, like I don't have to ship them in?
I was forced to by the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I opened my shop. This is not the Village Market store. This is at Adams. I've used up all my savings. I'm really excited. March 2020. COVID has been announced. No walk-ins the whole month. No walk-ins the whole of April. No walk-ins the whole of May.
And the bills are still there.
Rent is due. Rent is due.
Goodness.
So obviously we've built our online presence, but we still need the walk-ins to pay the rent. So I closed that shop. Imagine 3 months after my job, my dream life has just so I decided to take a course, a business, what was it called? An incubator. So I met a lady. She told me, hey, okay, what are your challenges? So I told her, okay, I think we're okay in marketing, but I need to figure out the finance bit of it because I need to grow. So she's the one, first of all, who told me, why don't you bring in 100 dresses of the same? Like if you have these pants, 100 of them, or this dress, 100 of them. And I couldn't even fathom bringing in 100 dresses, like the same. I was just like, you're trying to tell me there's no, you can't find 100 ladies in Kenya to sell to. And when she said that, I'm like, and we're like 52 million. I'm not even like reasoning like logically. And I was like, I can. So I did that. And then I started thinking of, okay, maybe I can get a tailor. So I decided I'm going to open a workshop. But all these steps I'm doing them, like, how do I say, like a day at a time. Because I got a designer, because I don't have a background in fashion. So I get a designer and I hire her, but she has nowhere to design and no tailor to work with. So I'm like, okay, you're coming on November 1st. So like October, the whole month we're trekking, looking for a workshop, somewhere we can set up. I got a small room in Gara. We got machines. So I now had a tailor and a designer, a pattern maker. And I'm like, okay, now I'm doing made in Kenya. And that actually opened up my mind to the possibility and the possibilities that we can grow beyond 100 dresses or even just the kind of styles that we were doing. Because the challenge I used to have with importing was that I didn't have control over quality and the design. Sometimes they'd be like, hey, that design is too complicated. Or we also had done a bit of local, like outsourcing production. And they would also tell us like, okay, it will take 2 weeks and it takes 5 weeks. Or we can't do that design, it's too complicated. That used to really bother me because I'm like, what do you mean it's too complicated? So just put that thing over here like this, and like
just
that. Just try. So when I got that control, I feel like that's when really we started taking off. And that was maybe 2021.
This is so incredible. and when you're doing all of these steps, where is fear playing in this? Is it there?
Even right now, fear is there. Fear is there throughout. You walk with fear. You do everything afraid. I do everything afraid.
So you go from, you have your workshop in Gara, you have one designer, you have one tailor. What comes next? What's the next biggest step that you take?
Another tailor.
No, imagine I think all of us can understand. When you say tailor, we understand the hustle that might come with that.
So another tailor. So that tailor came with her friend now. But the next big step I'd say was getting another room. So now we have outgrown that small. We were so many, like now during December busy periods, trying to pack things, blah, blah, blah. So we got another room.
Yeah.
And that was also a big step because I'm like, okay, now I'm increasing my rent. Then fast forward, I think the next big step was going sustainable. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what does that entail? What does it look like tangibly?
Yeah. Tangibly, it looks like a slower production process. So we wanted to change from ready to wear to made to order to reduce our dead stock. Again, remember dead stock?
Yes. I remember from the popcorn.
Well, this is trauma. Carried for years.
This is therapy. Let it out.
Yeah, so we wanted to reduce our dead stock
and
also reduce our impact on the environment. So I became, after 10 years, now you start reflecting. And I was like, okay, so I've been doing this business for 10 years. What impact can I have? Aside from hiring women, because that's something I'm very passionate about. I saw that the other day I just walked into the workshop and just saw this huge pile of waste. And I don't know why, for that day, or that day is the day I decided to just think about what impact we're having on the environment and also do some research on sustainability. Because I had heard about sustainability, but I felt like it was for other people.
Yeah.
If it's boring.
Yeah.
You know, but I did a deep dive and I was like, this is the future. This is what we need to do and we need to do it now. So we started looking for local manufacturers of cotton because we also wanted to introduce more sustainable fabrics. So we're like, okay, why don't we just transition pole and get our customers to learn about sustainability?
Yes.
And even if they don't catch up now, they will in the future. And I remember that launch, that was March 2023. Hey, that was our lowest month, like revenue-wise. People were not getting
change.
On Instagram, where they're commenting like, oh my God, this is amazing. We have like 100 comments and we're like, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Guys are not buying. It's not translating. It's not translating. Guys are DMing us. What about this style? Is it still there? We're like, no, we're not doing it anymore. I'm like, okay, what is gonna happen? Because at this point, I hadn't told my community, but we had already signed the lease for Village Market.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And so you're just like, guys,
it's not a plan. We're supposed to go like this. Guys are yeah, humbling
how
experience.
do you navigate that? Because in your head and in the back end, you know this makes sense.
Yeah.
But it takes the client or the audience a longer time to adapt. How do you handle that transition period?
With prayer and petition. If I'm honest, because when I had that revelation about sustainability, I felt like God was really guiding me through everything. So I told God, I'm like following you.
I'm done.
I'm literally being obedient. Yeah. So however it goes, it's on you.
Yeah.
I've done it. Yeah, I've done it.
So when does it start picking up?
I'd like to say when you open the shop, maybe around May.
So March to May.
Yeah, it was dry. I'm sure even my team was looking at me like, are you sure this was the best decision? Can we? Yeah, let's go back. But I think now they're fully caught on, and our customers also have adjusted to us making on order, because that's another thing, they wanted ready to wear. But now we have to tell them, okay, we're slow fashion. We're not going to be the shop that you go to if you have an event today. Yeah, you have to kind of plan. And because of that as well, we make timeless styles. So we want you to buy something that you can wear over and over and over again, as opposed to trendy things that you wear once and then it's torn.
Yes.
It's looking crazy. The style has you shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is so important because I was having a conversation recently about how I used to shop wrong.
Yeah.
I used to buy those one-off pieces that you can't rewear, restyle. And that's why you look at your full closet and you're like, I have nothing to wear. And it's true, you don't, because you were shopping wrong.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with you. That's actually, and you actually save money. When you shop intentionally like that.
You do.
So you open up Village Market. Does it start picking up then?
Yeah, it starts picking up. It was actually really good. I really enjoyed that season as well. Like our customers were also so happy for us. I felt like they have grown with us, especially the people who've been shopping with us for like 10 years. I'm like, oh my goodness, like you actually have a shop.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Like I'm just hearing the whole story now and I'm excited. Like it's the first day we're opening the Village Market store. So you open it right now, where do you feel like you are in terms of the founder of Zia from 10, 13 years ago? What do you feel this business has expanded in you? You know what I mean?
That's such a good question. Well,
a lot.
A lot. I think first and foremost is discipline, because whereas 9 to 5, you need to be at work at 9. Now no one is waking me up. So
there's no HR.
There is no HR. No one's gonna call me or ask me where are my deliverables. So I've had to instill discipline and cultivate it, and I do that by gymming. So I feel like when I started going to the gym, my business grew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was a direct correlation.
That is so, I've never had anyone say that. Because of the discipline?
I think so. I think it also helped me learn so many things about myself, patience, self-control, because now I have to eat well. What else would I say that I learned? Consistency. Yeah. Because it's not always up. Even if we say that time Village Market was good, there are times it's been, are we gonna make it? So I think just that consistency, self-discipline, passion. I love what I'm hearing, because I learned that this year. I feel like this year had like a lull between maybe like April, May, June was a very slow business month. And I remember telling myself, you have to show up every day like it's like it's every other day, right? Like continue, come, edit, do what it is you're meant to be doing, as though it was a busy month, right? And so I love that. But I've never had the correlation between gym and business. That's quite interesting. Because I also started, at the same time I started gymming, I started doing affirmations. So I feel like it all just, I don't know, like it's need.
Because you're the driver, isn't it? Like you have your stuff, but like the energy is coming from you, right? So if you're 100, then it spills over to them. It's very interesting. What I want us to touch on is like, in your experience, I started off with employment and we share the same experience in terms of family. Like it's just, what's normal is you go to school, you get a job with a nice heavy title, and then you work it and rise, and then you retire. And
get your pension.
Yes, exactly. Don't do now. If you want to farm, now you can farm. Now you can relax, right? So business is different. But what I found getting into this space is that it's not only that we don't have enough representation as African women, is that the representation that is there needs to look a certain way, needs to talk a certain way. And if you don't exude those features, then you're not a serious business woman. You're just, this seems like it's a hobby. You know? Have you experienced this?
So often, actually. And I used to think it's my weakness, how maybe shy I am. I don't really have a loud voice like that. And I'm building my confidence.
I feel like you're confident.
We're working on it.
The affirmations.
Yes, the affirmations. So actually, when I used to interact with men, like business-wise, I talk to a supplier and then I feel like they're not taking me seriously because I don't sound like a man or I'm not like aggressive or whatever. But I had a convo with a friend recently and she said, you need to play into your femininity. And I always thought of it as a weakness, but it's a strength. And I think for sure there's a way the world women leaders look and there's a way they dress and whatever. But I love that as we grow and as generations come, we're getting more and more authentic. I have a couple of Gen Z employees. They are so real. Like they don't even, they can, like there's an employee recently who told me she didn't come to work because her partner was sick and she took her partner to hospital. And I thought that is so interesting because I would never tell my boss something like, what do you mean your partner? You're okay. Can you?
I was sick.
Exactly. I would come up with a story. But I love authentic people and like not trying to be anyone but yourself. And that's the beauty of being a woman, of being a human generally. Just be yourself. And the right people will follow, and the right people will buy from you and see that and love that in you.
And you'll be comfortable because then it's not like you have to put on a mask every morning and every day, like this armor of who you're not. What about fear? Normally we can group it with you're just like, goodness, not that monster. I know. Fear can be grouped with imposter syndrome, with self-doubt. Are these monsters that you have encountered?
Girl. I should come here again for another session on fear. Because I deal with it every single day. And there's a book I read, I guess a couple of years ago, called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember who it's by. I'll check then, I'll let you know. But it really showed me that everyone has fear. I think that changed my perspective and mindset in the sense that sometimes you can see someone doing something and you're like, wow, they're so confident and they're so whatever. Like someone like Will Smith. But he's always chasing that thing that gives him that fear because it helps him conquer it. And then it makes you realize that you it's not something that you conquer once and then now you're done with it. So I have felt a lot of self-doubt. To date, I feel self-doubt. Imposter syndrome is always like, who do you think you are? And, you're failing and you're doing that wrong and you're doing this wrong. And you look, how. But I think affirmations have really helped me. I'll say that. I pray a lot and just believing in yourself. And the more you practice it, it's like a muscle that you build. The more you do things that you're scared to do, the more you're willing to do more things you're scared to do, and the more you realize it's not that serious. Like what's the worst that could happen?
This is so interesting, and I want you to start thinking of your favorite affirmation that you can share with us. But the funny thing with fear is that like you give your mind or your brain data, right? So once you conquer this thing that you feared, it's almost giving your brain data like, okay, so that did, so we can now we can go for bigger. Because that we were so scared about is actually not a big deal. It's so really now let's go for bigger. And so it's so interesting to hear you, like what you said about it being a muscle, which it really is. As you're thinking about your affirmation, like, is the imposter syndrome more like, I'm not qualified or good enough, and so people are going to find out? Is it that?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's the one. That's the one.
I think a bit of everything, because there's also comparison that plays to it, and comparison is a thief of joy. So when you maybe go on social media, you see everyone is thriving. Hey, that who has opened a business, who has done this, who has done that. There's that in addition to you seeing yourself grow from back in 2013 when you were with the Suitcase. Now you have a shop, you have employees. They're looking at you as their leader. I'm like, they're gonna see that I'm not even a leader. Like I'm not even what am I doing here?
I don't even know where we're going, guys.
I really don't. But I think what you said is so true about the subconscious, because the more you do affirmations, the more it affirms that this is who I am, not the voice in your head. It's like there's a devil and there's an angel. And 90% of the time, there's that devil telling you this about yourself.
100%. And you give it the information. I think it was Lingo is the one who taught me that. Just like you tell your brain what to think. Because if you leave it,
it's gonna
tell you you're worthless. Like, let's not do this. Let's not do that. So we're going to close with your favorite affirmation. But before we get to your favorite, I'm giving you time to think about it so that you can give us the good one. to the woman who's watching this and wants to get into business, and maybe around her there's no one in business, maybe she's going on social media, you see everybody starting, maybe you wanted to open a beauty store, you're like, but everybody has a beauty store, so I shouldn't do it, I'm not good enough to do it, or I'm too scared to start. From your journey, what are some things you can tell her that she needs to listen to or hear now?
I'm trying to think of when I started, but top of mind is believe in your idea. Believe in your idea so much it has no choice but to materialize. Be passionate about what you're doing. Start affirmations today. And pray. Pray until something happens. And the last one, I think, is trust your instinct. Trust your instinct.
I love the first and the last one because the first one I've never heard it said like that before, and so it's just like, you have to believe until it has no choice. It just has to materialize, right? And the last one is also quite powerful, I think, because a lot of the times you're kind of like made to think that business is clinical, but there's a room for emotion, there's a room for intuition to be like, as Kenyan say, kuna kitu liniambia.
Literally that.
I don't work with that supplier, you know?
That.
Lean into it. It's a power that we have. And so what is your favorite affirmation or the affirmation that you would want to share with us?
The one that's coming to my spirit.
Yes.
Is everything is working out for me.
Oh, wow. That is powerful, especially in challenging times. It can reframe how you look at it, right?
And I can give a backstory, just a short one. I remember when I was opening Village Market, it felt like a big leap for everyone around me. Like, are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. And I remember thinking that this is what I feel is the right thing to do. Obviously, I reached out to my mentor from the incubator and said, can you do the finances? We see if this makes sense. And once she said yes, I said, I'm going to Village Market and I really hope it works out. But even if it doesn't, it's still working out for me. And that really helped me take that big leap of faith in my head.
That is really powerful because most of the times we don't do it because we're saying first we decide that it's not going to work out. So we say, when it doesn't work out, I will be a failure. And instead of like, in the event it doesn't work out, it's still working out for me, right? This is part of this journey. There's something.
So it's not looking at success as an end goal, like a place you reach and then you're like, now that's where we are. Because life is so like unpredictable. And I'm very open to the journey God has chosen for me and the path I'm meant to take. So I think working closely with him as well has helped me realize that we don't know how the day is going to go. We don't know how tomorrow is going to go. But we stay faithful and stay hopeful and just trust our instinct and just take the next step. Take the next step until you're done.
This is so incredible. I'm so thankful you came on. Is there anything you wanted to share about Zia specifically that we need to be looking out for?
Black Friday is coming up.
Yes. Okay. So sales.
Yes. Massive sales. It's gonna be our best Black Friday yet.
Really? Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
You're ready? I hope you're ready.
I know exactly where your store, because I still love coming into a store, so I know exactly where your store is. I've been there, I think, 2 to 3 times. So we're definitely going to be following up on that. But thank you so much for coming on the show.
For having me.
And sharing about your journey. There's so much that we've gotten from it in a very humane way. And it's affirmed even me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm taking that affirmation. We've taken the advice you told us to carry with us.
Yeah.
And so we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. And thank you for watching this episode. Of course, if you check out the show notes or the description, there's links for you to check out Zia Africa, to connect with Zia as well on social media and shop and get ready for those sales that are coming your way. And if you're about to start something, I hope that this episode spoke to you and gave you that push for you to just start it. Do it afraid. And if you've enjoyed this episode, share it with all the mannerless or almost mannerless women in your life. Make sure you subscribe so that you do not miss the next episode.